Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's see what you got.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On 3rd down, Perkins. He's got his man, Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 yards there and a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. Going to throw deep for the end. And this is going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson now. Well, the pressure gets home, and the AFC comes up with a sack. Josh Allen with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The offense for the AFC set to go now. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it nowhere to escape, and he goes. Down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. On play action, it's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and touchdown. Odell Beckham, 84 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So the AFC, remember, of course, they won the last couple years here in Orlando and off to a good start in this one.
Yeah, how about that? The first touchdown of this game. How
and he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Here we go.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
No. Off.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
He'll let it. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Desmond King picks it.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
Play action. Now Jackson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Check out, bro. Hot. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Jackson now off the bootleg, out to his left. And this one's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray flushed out right. And he cannot get rid of it. The NFC getting in there for the sack. Jordan Hicks able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. 3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. Murray with a 3rd and long. He finds Beckham complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Tack McKinley picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Murray, and the pressure gets to him again. Tack McKinley getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. And, they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. They go play action now. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. What? Go. Check right. Check right.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen here to mix it.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Murray and company going for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The AFC went for it, and it doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The AFC takes over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So we have hit halftime of the Pro Bowl with the AFC leading the NFC. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positives.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play that time for the NFC. 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. And it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. He'll buy some time right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And taken right at the 35. Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into it. Not a good play at all.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Steps away to his left. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that,
and he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Myles Garrett in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded at the 33. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Jackson going to throw again. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And all the way in for the touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 43 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Let's go, fuck.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. But they look guys. A little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run. It's Ezekiel Elliott of the Cowboys. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Murray now to throw. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. It's the AFC with the football and the lead as we begin quarter number 4. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Murray sets to throw on 4th. Forced out to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Tack McKinley. And the NFC is going to get the football back in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever. They go play action with Jackson. He wants it all for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Right there.
4th down. Here's Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. The NFC's decision to go for it does not pan out. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And one thing you'd like to see in a Pro Bowl, a competitive contest. We've got that just like the last 2 seasons. A 1-score game as we play here in the 4th.
What I'd love to know, what's the discussion on the sidelines of both teams right now? Because, you know, it's an exhibition-type game. But as you said, as competitive as it is now, these guys are going to want to win. There may be some guys who sub some guys out, trying to get back on the field and trying to help their team win down the stretch.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Murray now on 1st down. It's caught. Beckham. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
To throw, it's Murray. He may try and run for this. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from fourth down to first.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Open man is Samuel, complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the AFC with the football as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Now Murray escaping, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place. But in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the fourth quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his routes so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. A gain of 3, second down. Now Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Josh Allen in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They go play action here on first down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that. But also, you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC since they won the game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The AFC are the winners as we say so long from the Pro Bowl.